Alright guys, so we got a ridge line here already. We have a bowl line knot tied in one end with a loop. We're just going to wrap that around one tree where we're wanting to set up our tarp at about waist level. Pull the rest of the line through that. That's going to give us, a self-tightening knot around this part of the tree. And when we pull on it to taut our ridge line, it'll stay nice and tight and only get tighter. After the fact, you can pull all this right out. Again, that's a bowl line knot, so it comes right out without much fuss. It's not going to tighten down on itself to where you can't get it undone or you got to fuss and fight with it. So let's run this to the other end and get on that trucker's hitch. Alright, so here we are, next tree. I'm going to go around it one time. Again, right about waist height. Now you're going to take the running part of the line that you just put around the tree, and the tag end here we're going to disregard for a minute. So we're going to take our running line here about a foot and a half away from that one tree. We're going to create a bite on itself just like that, and we're going to pull another loop through that bite just like that. So we've created a loop that we can tighten up our ridge line against once we continue on. You'll know you get this right. There's two ways you can do it. The one way, you're nice and tight, so when you pull on it, you still got a loop there, you're good to go. If you do it backwards, this thing will tighten right up like a slip knot on you. So that'll be a telltale sign. So let me, after the fact, when you go to take this down, simply undo your trucker's hitch and you can pull right on this and it comes right out, no more knot. So easy peasy lemon squeezy, right? So one more time on that. Go around the tree, give yourself about a foot and a half from it, create a bite, pull yourself a loop through that bite. Let me give you a close-up of that. So here's our line. We're going to create a bite just like that, and then we're going to take from the tag end and pull a loop back through that loop, giving us a loop to work with. And then when you're all said and done, pull it right out, good to go. So come around, create our bite, pull a loop through, come back. Now we're going to take the rest of our line, the tag end of it, come back through this loop now, and that gives us something to pull tight against. Tighten up our ridge line. Now from there, we're going to pinch that inline slip knot that we just created. We're going to pinch that to hold us in place. Throw the rest of our line over our ridge line, just like that. Then we'll create another loop, pull a loop through that loop, and then pull it towards itself. I'll give you guys a close-up of that right now. Alright, so here we are around the tree. We've got our inline slip knot here. So we've come around the tree. We'll pull the rest of our line through that loop we made, and then we can use that to tighten up our ridge line just like that. Now we want to pinch this off right at that loop. Take the remainder of our free line here, throw it all over our ridge line, create a little loop back towards ourselves, and then pull from the tag end just like we did our inline slip knot. Pull a loop from that right through the loop we just created, and then pull back on itself. And there's your trucker's hitch. Now again, with this knot, you can just pull it right out when you're done, pull it back through the loop, pull that inline slip knot out, and you're good to go take off your bow line, and your ridge line's down. So pull it tight, throw all your line over, with you pinching it of course. Throw your line over, create a little loop towards yourself, reach through it, grab another loop, pull a loop through that one you just created, pull it down on itself. Truck is hitched. Now, because you can pull that out, you've got that slip knot effect there. You can take the remainder of your line if you want, kind of tidy it up, wrap it around your hand just like that. Stick it through that loop if you want to. Pull it down tight and secure your line there just like that. What we're going to use it for, I'll just toss this line aside for the moment. We're going to use that to tie up one corner of our tarp with. So we'll show you the process of setting the tarp up on the line, staking it out and all that stuff right now. Alright, so we've got our 3 pre-made loops with blood knots in them. One we can take and put right on our line as a prusik knot. The other 2 is where the lark's heads are going to come in, and that's just going to be to stake out the bottom end of our tarp to the ground. So, top out here. You don't even really need stakes for this. If you have them, that's fine too, but not needed. Take a any stick from the ground, little toggle. Run your trucker's hitch loop right through one of the grommets on your tarp, just like that. Put the toggle through it, and then pull that down tight. And now it ain't going anywhere. Now I'll take one of our blood knots and set up our prusik on the other side. So right here, again 3 times through, there's twice, there's 3 times. Pull that down tight, neaten it up a little bit. That knot's giving me a fit right there. There we go. Pull that down tight. Now we got our prusik knot. Again, take the other corner of our tarp, feed that loop through the grommet, pick up any stick on the ground, just break one off, stick it through that loop, and pull our prusik knot out the other way to tighten up our tarp on our ridge line. So let's go around back now and I'll show you the lark's heads and how you stake out the bottom. Alright, so I'm going to use a couple stakes. Again, you can use sticks, it's not a big deal really. But I have these with my tarp, so I'll use them. Alright, again, take the corner of your tarp, feed a loop through it just like that. So now you've got 2 loops, one on either side. Put one through the other and then pull it tight, and that creates your lark's head right there in the corner. Now you can just take your stake, pull it out tight, and stick it in the ground. Let's go do that last one. Alright, same thing guys, last corner. Stretch out our tarp nice and tight. Take our blood knot loop here, stick a loop through our grommet, put the rest through, pull it tight, creating the lark's head. Take our last stake, pull our top tight, and then we have it. Alright guys, appreciate you joining me for another video on some of the knots that we use to teach at the Pathfinder School. 6 really good knots, very convenient for a lot of different things, and again the beauty of them is they pull right out, you know, quick, fast, in a hurry. They don't tighten up on themselves, you don't have to fight with them to get them undone, anything like that. The whole truck is hitch setup That's just a matter of pulling that knot right through itself. It's undone. Pull the second one. That's good to go. Moving on from there, then you just got a couple loops you got to pull line through, and that's too easy. So thanks for joining me. Hopefully you learned something. Maybe a refresher for some others. But again, thanks for watching. Appreciate all your views, comments, support, and I will see you soon with another video.